Well, as a matter of fact, there is no single man on the face of the earth that has monopoly of knowledge. And learning from people is not an error at all. If you really want to excel, you need to stand on the shoulder of someone to actually get taller than that very particular person. Good morning and welcome to Review on this beautiful day. My name is Ramsey Enoch, and of course, to join me in the conversation today is Christopher Sunday. Good morning, Christopher.
Good morning, Mr. Ramsey.
All right, Christopher. I don't know, but then I want to take you out of Nigeria a little bit today. Let's get to Argentina. Something is happening in Argentina, and it's catching my fancy right now. It's of interest to me, and it's because we are going to marry it side by side with what is happening in Nigeria today. I'm talking about Argentina. The Argentine president, talking about Javier Milei, has sacked, I didn't say suspend, get that right, has sacked his secretary, Secretary of Labor, yeah, for increasing his salary, all right, by 48%. This is in the midst of economic downturn, when the economy is not doing well. And the president say, hey, come on, why would you do this? Irrespective of the relationship between him and the president still went ahead to sack him. Maybe to maintain his integrity, maybe because he has conscience. But then, in this part of the world, Christopher, we hear suspension first. Then after suspension, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, we don't get to hear anything anymore. And at the end of the day, you see people like that occupying some other positions. So let's marry it side by side. Now, with what is happening in Nigeria, how do you see that action by President Javier Milei? And how do you think we can actually marry this with what is happening? Remember, we talked about Beta Edo here a few days ago, and Halima, of course.
Well, that is a president who has the willpower to do the needful for his people. That is a president who is at home with the reality of his country. That is a president, even with their economy better than that of Nigeria, he still believes that the economy is not doing well. And so if the economy is not doing well, why should somebody through the back door increase his own salary? Whether his own salary with that of his cronies, we don't know. But the most important thing here is that the president has asserted his veto power by doing the needful. And by that singular act, the truth of the matter is that others who have intentions of doing such anomaly will sit up, will retrieve their motive. And others who have done similar thing will now start thinking of tendering his resignation later.
What if the salary of his workers that increased and didn't?
Does he have the constitutional power to do that?
That's the question. That's
Does he have
exactly
the
what I want to
constitutional
hear.
power? In Nigeria here we have Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission, an agency that is saddled with the responsibility of overseeing the salary structures of ministries, parastatals and agencies, and that of the executive and other arms of government. But juxtaposing what the Argentine president did and what we are facing here in Nigeria, you will see a big contrast. A big contrast in the sense that here in Nigeria, the president is interested in pleasing everybody because of second-term agenda. He wants to keep everybody, whether you are wrong, whether you are right, whether you are corrupt, whether you are a devil, so long as you will do his bidding for him to come back second time, he doesn't care.
Apart from second time, even, there is this thing they do in form of trying to compensate people that worked for them during elections.
Exactly. But here we see a drastic contrast between the Argentine president, a president with the economic will, political will, and moral will.
You did well.
So we are calling on Nigeria, the president, the Senate, to on this line too, to sack those who have taken advantage of the responsibility given to them by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Anybody, by the way, this is not even corruption of billions of naira or trillions, as the case is now in the Nigerian Senate, the allegation, accountant allegation. This is somebody who increased his salary by 48%, and the president has sacked him. I can tell you that in Nigeria here, some ministers can increase the salary that the president may not even be aware.
When Senate are even proposing
exactly
SUV for themselves.
Exactly. They propose and you do not.
And they do budget and decide what they need to take
that
home.
That is because we have made, in developing country, people seek for authority or seek for
power
for
leadership
them to
position
serve.
because they want to serve.
They want to serve.
Leadership
not for
is
them,
servanthood.
Not for them to be basking in the euphoria of the office they want to occupy or they are occupying. So, but here in Nigeria, what do we have? Somebody just got entered the office first tenure or first term. Even before he clocks 100 days or 1 year, he's already thinking of strategizing on how he will become.
That is greed playing out. If you ask me, I will say that is greed, selfishness playing out. That means, in earnest, they are not there because of the people, not because of the interests of the people. But then, I think you've spoken well. This is going to be the size of today's review. But then, can this same thing happen in Nigeria? We're looking forward to that time when we will hear that the president have sacked this person because of this, or somebody voluntarily resigning like Ningi just did, because of certain things that are not going well, anomalies that that is not supposed to be in the system.
A pose aside, but if truly there was or there is a budget padding of 3 trillion naira in at the National Assembly, and Ningi is part of those who padded or are planning to share the money, would they have spoken out?
That's one other thing. Would he have spoken out, or they called him, or he had the opportunity to be part of it, and he refused?
He may be angry, he may be reacting because as a senior Senate, he's been sidelined from the package.
I don't think, well, as a senior Senate, if that kind of thing is happening, I don't think they will sideline him for any reason, even though he's from the PDP. But we're just saying, we don't know. We are still waiting for Ningi to say something. Maybe it may be the same thing with what is happening in Argentina. Thank you very much for joining us on the program today. Thank you, Christopher, for adding your voice to the conversation. It's been a beautiful time. And I want to believe that we have learned, and we are trusting God, praying that one day Nigeria will be better. My name is Ramsey. Have a beautiful day.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleke TV. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleke TV, rising star at the fairground.